Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another high-level Marvel Rivals ranked cast. I am still dressed in the same clothes as the news, as you know I do, because it's the easiest way to just do the news. I record, I edit it, I upload and tag everything, put all the sources in the description, and then I come straight into doing this. Monday is my busy day, speaking of which this is being recorded on the 19th of May, just a few days away before the Marvel Rivals Ignite, which, again, as I've said before, if the replays are available to the public, I will be bringing you the best games from there. I will be making sure that I get those recorded, and then of course, MRC is coming up shortly afterwards. Big shout out to our members for helping continue to support the channel and help us grow. We currently have the members of Arzo, Pokey Doki, Doki Pokey, got a bit of once I got that the wrong way around, and our longest running member, John. Thank you all for supporting the channel. And today we have the, wait, it was a number 1 or number 2 ranked player? Let me look. It is the number 1 ranked player, which is, I don't know if it's a joke. I don't know who this player is in particular. Now, obviously, Envy has a player called Speedery, which might be something else because this player has named themselves NV, as in the letters, not the word envy, Sheep Diary. So I don't know if that's just them as a smurf or someone having a bit of fun. Either way, they have a very high win rate, and we have a very good game coming up for you today, including some of the top Korean talent in with some of these American players. So, let's head on into our game. We are heading to the Empire of Eternal Night at Midtown. New York has never looked so depressing, but our games have never looked so good. Let's head on in. On the top side, you can see we've got some very familiar names here. We got Impunity, Dotori from the newly shown off Gen G. They've entered the rival scene officially now, not just their academy team. And on attack, we have the person of the hour themselves, NV Sheep Diary. Amazing name, love it. We also have, once again, Techie. Tag player for Sentinels, who I believe might be like really high win rate at the moment in terms of actual like show matches and pro games, etc. I'm going to start off with the Iron Fist and the Human Torch getting banned away. Classic, the two heroes who, as we've mentioned before so many times, have had the highest rise to fame for this entire season. Looks like we're going to be seeing a Psylocke ban from the blue team. Red team, they're going to be taking out the Hulk. Which is weird. We're seeing a fair amount of people like Iron Man and stuff like that. Even some Namor from time to time. But the Hulk themselves doesn't seem to play into those compositions too often. So it's a very interesting ban to see. Team's going to be locking in. Blue team starting off on the defense. Red on the attack. Sheep Diary was hovering the Human Torch there, but it's gone. Unlucky. Groot making it through the ban here. Probably the character with the highest ban rate in this level of play. I'll have to check that after the game, actually. I'm curious. If you see me excited about that next video, that's why. Alright, well, this is an interesting room to be set up in. Let's talk about our players as we introduce them. On the left-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue trunks on defense, it is going to be Ice playing the Emma Frost. We have stinkrsttv, aka Twitch TV, because apparently if I don't say what things stand for, I get corrections in the comments. They are going to be on that Wolverine. Chamber version 2 or Chamber 2. Could be either. They are on the Rocket Raccoon. Genji's Dotori. They are on the Lunar Snow. VisionGMG. That one I don't actually know, so feel free to correct me in that one. They're on the Hella. And Impunity from Magnets. They are playing that Groot. And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, on attack, it is going to be LFT. Okay, looking for Team Once. They are on the Lunar Snow. Rocco is on the Hella. NV Sheep Diary. They are playing the Wolverine, getting focused down pretty hard here. Still able to get out, though. Dropped so low, but able to tank that ever so barely. QUI DE DROIT. Detroit? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I am afraid. You can absolutely correct me on that one, but they are the Groot. Techie is our Emma Frost, and Soulmate will be playing the Loki. Both teams with the Wolverine. Just Stinker back in away after getting focused down. Draft's pretty similar here. We're just seeing a Loki being traded out for a rocket from Chamber. He's trying to focus more on some AoE heals. Good lockdown. Knocking down Impunity, who is taken down as Vision will return to the BRB as the Seer comes out from Chamber. A little bit far back, so they already push out of range of it, but they've been able to drive back the members of the Rev team and hold that cart at the first corner here. Stinker going to be backing up. Sheep Diary going for a bit of a high ground wraparound here. Here comes the fate of both worlds. They're committing pretty hard, trying to lock down Ice, trying to focus them here, but they're going to be able to get away. Beautiful isolation from Stinker, going to try and take out Sheep Diary, which they're able to do. Soulmate, their ultimate expires here. God of Mischief will not be going through, meaning the Dotori is the one who was able to hold on to that fate of both worlds for the longest. Meaning right now, Blue Team have completely shut down the push of Red Team, but once it expires, they are forced to back away. Ice currently the one holding the front line, pushing on in, goes into that diamond form, trying to push to the back line. Here comes the Straggling Prison from the group, but they're getting stun locked out by Ice here, unable to capitalize and finish off here. Here comes the final stand from Sheep Diary, able to take down Ice and Impunity, the double front line. Doing big damage here. Goddess of Death coming out, using the Mind's Aegis to block that out here. Beautifully done by Techie, who's bringing it in with the silent seduction to try and lock them down. Chamber may have been, well, was almost saved there by Sheep Diary, but Rocco's able to get the finishing blow and is going to head up into the air with that Goddess of Death. Here comes the counter from Isidora. Silent seduction going to try and lock down some of those retreating members as they've been able to reinforce and hold. And Blue Team, with 5 meters to go, have been able to drive back Red Team and keep the hold with 1 minute 15 to go. Very solid lockdown here. Blue Team in control, but so close to the finish line. Red Team, ultimates-wise, we have Fate of both worlds nearly there. Everything else is around 60% or lower. On the other side, though, closest we have Dotori. Very much has managed to disjoint themselves from the timing of the enemy team, meaning that they have the opportunity to try and claim an advantageous position here as in comes that Fate of both worlds from Soulmate using that God of Mischief to try and hold the line. Impunity taking a lot of damage, but they're going to get healed up as Dotori will match in kind. Straight on through, getting immediately blocked by the group walls, but they're still in position. They're tagging through and holding the line, and Stinky is trying to push on forward. They're trying to get onto Techie, but Techie has pulled on back. Sheep Diary will be the one to fall, though. Straggling Prison comes on in to try and capitalize. Final stand! Stinker not able to get the pickup as Ice picks the double. Finally, Stinker will get it. That's going to be a quadruple here. Is there anyone who can touch the point here? Sheep Diary. They could try to ult to touch the point here. 7 seconds left. No, they do not do so. They can see it. Dive. They touched the point! Ambitious here. Did not need to ult. Able to touch the point. Divided team at least a little bit of overtime. Final stand! Blows up Dotori. That's a big pickup. Ice was taken out as well, but they return out the BRB, keeping these numbers close to even. It's currently a 5v6 situation. They dive into the front line. There comes the Seer Cosmic Yard Amplifier from Chamber to let their team tag on through and hold the line. Fate of both worlds from Odds. Straggling Prison came in from Aki with Vision and Chamber both down. It's Red Team. They're starting to make the angles. They're starting to get the momentum as the cart creeps on in. No one's there to touch it, and that is going to be point number 1 achieved in overtime. They keep on moving. A wonderful push so far. The Blue Team, they've shown that they have the capabilities to try and just lock this out here. See if they can do so again. Creeping forward. Vision up to the high ground to take out Rocco. Help out with that. And we'll take down a Loki clone in the meantime as well. On the flank now. Got a lovely angle to try to deal with these backliners. Mind's Aegis will at least delay this here. Silent Seduction available for both Emma Frosts here. Here comes the clone with Soulmate. Fate of both worlds to make sure that their team can hold on through the line. Straggling Prison comes out from Impunity. They're going to try and tank on through. This is Dotori matches with their own Fate of both worlds. Vision falls, comes back here at the BRB. And red team, 2 members down. They are starting to be forced to retreat. Their earlier Fate of Both Worlds has not worked in their favor. Forced to back away. Ice gets locked down, but they have driven back the members of red team. Blue doing good for the moment. Once again, have managed to hold this back with 1 minute to go. 1, potentially 2 more pushes. Snowball goes up to the high ground, finds nothing. Sheep Diary looking for the right angle. They'd love to take out that Hella. Root walls splitting the team into. Interrupted! Absolutely gorgeous! Techie is shut down! Immediately struggling Prison comes out. Both Hellas make their way into the sky. And it looks like Rocco might come out ahead here as they send in the damage. Not finding the targets though. Everyone's able to tank on through a little bit too much. Ice trying to lock him down with that silent seduction. Not even to find a finishing blow, but he'll be able to isolate on that Groot. Beautifully done here. Psychic Spear. The tankiness. The Groot walls to escape. A lovely retreat there by Aki. And with 19 seconds left, red team, what do they have left in the tank? Can they make their move? Ice up to the high ground. Stinker has final stand. This could be the key ability here. Soulmate with their Fate of Both Worlds from the God of Mischief at the ready. Here comes Stinker! Final stand! But Fate of Both Worlds has been able to hold on through, and it's going to be Stinker who falls. Returns out the BRB. Dotori has their own Fate of Both Worlds here, which might be able to hold the line as red team are giving everything they can. Fate of Both Worlds is about to expire from Soulmate, but they still take out Ice. Retreating back to the main point here. It's a triple. It's a quadruple. And red team, they're still moving! Impunity has swapped to the Strange. They're going to try and touch this. Try and buy time. Soul Siphon from Rocco! That's going to be point number 2. Grabbed by the red team. That's some heads-up rivals there. Jumping into play, knowing exactly when it needed to be. What could stop us now? Fast rollout or Portal? What can I do against fast rollout? Do some damage, try and slow them down. What can I do against Portal? Stun them, try and interrupt it, and that's exactly what they did. Proper heads-up play, great reactions. That's a big difference between a top-level player and a high-level ranked player. Sheep Diary dropped to final stand. Wasn't able to get the final blow, but looks like Rocco was able to take out Vision. Aki goes down. Vision, though, will return once again at that BRB. Dotori with the Fate of Both Worlds trying to keep their team pushing on through. Pick up the silent seduction, but with Sheep Diary already down, numbers aren't in their favor. Ice is going to be the first to get pulled on in. Stunning them out, though. Trying to focus on the Techie. Techie trying to retreat to their team. Locked down, though. The beautiful pickups from Stinkers. The cart has been halted, and we are once again down to 19 seconds. This is where we have seen red team make a winning push twice now. Can they do so a 3rd time in a row? 10 seconds left. Trying to make the play. Soulmate shut down, put on the half cooldown, but taken out. Vision makes their way to the sky. It's going to be a Goddess of Death to try and clean out everyone on the objective here. Rocco makes their way to the sky as well, but that's one less body to touch the point. Trying to take them down, pushes them down to the low ground. Techie's giving everything they can. They're holding the line right now, but they're taking a lot of damage as in comes Impunity. That's going to be a great struggle in prison. Onto the blue team, who are tagging through the Rocco. And on some moment taking down. Final stand! Stinkers will finally get rid of Techie. And with Soulmate down, a straggling prison for the final lockdown. It's going to be a hold at 2 meters and 2 points, 93 meters, 50 centimeters. As the teams swap sides. Blue team, they felt like they had a more consistent hold, but it's in those high pressure situations. They just seemed to be struggling and focused on so hard. In those high pressure situations, red team would always rally, but finally, we saw blue team able to have their ultimates up at the right time. They're able to take advantage of the situation, and red team are swapping their draft around quite a bit here. As Rocco seems to think it might be time. They're thinking about it. No, gonna swap out. Comes the invisible woman. It's going to be a triple Vanguard solo duelist Wolverine composition. That's a tough composition to deal with. It is very good against people like an Emma Frost and a Groot because you really just punish them for being frontliners without shields. Keep the pressure onto them here. On the other side, same draft. Blue team. They stopped the triple cap. They believe their composition is working. They're going to try and make it happen. Dotori sending in the heals. A QUI DE DROIT. Trying to push on in. Trying to create a containment. Getting stun locked out though. There's so much CC coming in here. Already Sheep Diary has been the first one to fall. The duelist getting taken out here. So many walls. It's so hard to play into double group games. Yeah, it's going to affect the enemy team, but your team's also going to get affected by just the sheer number of walls here. They're trying to get the focusing going. Psychic Spear comes on out, not enough for a finishing blow as they're trying to hold the front line. Soulmate goes in for that God of Mischief onto the Invisible Woman, so they had that invisible boundary, which was already used here. Eyes with the lockdown there, taking out Techie as blue team look like they're about to break containment with the help of the Cosmic Yard Amplifier as well. See on the board, down goes Aki with LFT also taken out. It's going to be blue team beginning to push in, but that was a heck of a containment. And they're going to lock it down again. Right on the first corner, refusing to give a single inch here. Still with that triple tag. Odds in the air. Media and blocked by the Mind's Aegis. Final stand going to be coming out from Stinker, who goes down. Vision, making the most of everyone being grouped up, has gone for the Moon Knight. Will be able to get out of danger. Everyone here is very grouped up, and those Moon Knight attacks, of course, do bounce. And with those group walls, you always have something to hit. The damage output here could be insane. They're at least going to pad their stats. Silent Seduction coming out from Techie. Ice matching in kind, taking out those regeneration domains as they push on. Invisible Boundary will be dropped. Fate of both worlds from Dotori. Ayamagamoto from a Sheep Diary moving in. It's now a quadruple tag, and they have taken out everyone on the side of blue team. It is a red team containment here. That Wolverine swap earlier, giving them the quadruple Vanguard here, and it is working out right now for red team. Holding the front line. Keeping that defense going. That's an isolation attempt on to Groot. Try and finish them off. An invisible boundary will come in and shut them down, but it's the last ultimate available for the red team. Whereas blue team, they do have that Fist of Khonshu. Try and turn this round. Just continue to just throw in attacks. Look for the bounces. Do damage. So many walls. So much protection. Fate of both worlds. Going to be coming out from Chamber, who goes for a Loki clone of their own. Here comes Gala's Fist of Khonshu. Takes out the double. Impunity making it a triple. Quadruple from Vision. Finally finishing off Techie. And we see another slow but steady push. Chamber finally moving off of that rocket, picks the perfect time to bring out the Loki, giving them that extra Fate of both worlds to try and turn this round. Ice is also swapped off onto the Doctor Strange so they can make their way back in. They have Portal available. This is risky though, because it means if someone goes down, they can't Portal the rest of the team because you are on it. The risk of sitting on that Strange making their way in. Media M for odds, can't see much. What blocked it there? We saw nothing. Invisible Boundary coming out from Soulmate with that Fate with that God of Mischief. A key straggling prison comes on in, finds very little. They tag on through as that's going to be to pick up. Ayamagamoto will lock down the Loki in the back line, going to be taking them down. Who's left for blue team to touch this point in 9 seconds? Impunity is dropping, will likely fall, but getting healed up. They're going to try and make this happen. Techie, there's going to be a Captain America from Marquis to make sure that they have people moving faster to the point so they're going to keep touching it. No one's touching the point right now as that Silent Seduction pulls them off. Buys time. Ayamagamoto only going to find Soulmate, but it's just a clone, no value being gained. Aki trying to push on in, trying to clean out these defenders as everyone is pushed off the point. The quadruple Vanguard lock-in there by blue team, sorry, by red team onto blue team. absolutely shutting them in here. Aki. Akui. Akwe? My country barely taught me how to speak English, let alone any other language. They achieved the MVP there. They did so much work for their team. Let's break down some of these statistics. Most eliminations. It's going to be Impunity with 32. 1 more than Vision, 2 more than Ice, and 4 more than Strikers. Very spread out, very high elimination count for the side of blue team. Least amount of times getting eliminated is not even close. It is Dotori, with only getting taken out 2 times there. Top final hits, 21 for Vision, 13 for the side of Stinker. And by the way, this goes to show, look at the elimination difference. This goes to show that it's not always about who is getting taken out the most. It can just be about when to time your push. So hang on, 13, 34, 47, 49 versus 17, 18, 24, 29, 39. So yeah, pretty a 10 elimination difference there, if my maths is right, which it almost certainly isn't. Most amount of damage, though. This is where we're going to potentially see a little bit of a discrepancy. Vision, in fact, did pad their numbers pretty highly there with that Moon Knight pick at the end. 31k damage. A solid 6k more than the next highest in the game. Oh, actually, no, there was the 27k from Stinkers. Only 4k more than them. Top damage blocked is a very close situation here. By 400, 600 give or take, Impunity is able to out-tag Aki. Barely able to get that in there. 58k for both, but it's 58k and 800 versus 58k and 200. And finally, top healing. It is going to be Soulmate here. We, of course, had a role swap between Rocco and Odd, so that's why their healing is a little bit more spread out. Chambers only with 38k, 39 for Dotori. But Soulmate able to do huge work for their team. They're able to keep up, use those ultimates to pad those numbers, and just really manage to capitalize when needed. The damage output is also 10k, not bad as well. Nicely played. Red team able to claim victory there on new rank #1 player. And we had some fun games for you all. So, today is the 19th. So, let's go over what we have coming up. Let me find the dates for Ignite. So, in theory, the Ignite games should start late, very late for me, the 21st, into the 22nd, so Thursday. So, tomorrow, which is, today, this video is going to be Tuesday. Day after will probably be another high-level ranked game cast. The day after that, because that'll be recorded on Tuesday. So Wednesday, almost certainly, another high-level ranked cast. Thursday, possibly, an Ignite Open Qualifier game. If not, Friday will definitely have an Ignite Open Qualifier game, and I'll just be bringing you as many of those as I can. I'm out on Monday, but I'm still going to be trying to bring some entertaining games for you all. I'm just going to cover some stuff pre-recorded. So please enjoy those. For now, though, remember, if you want to support the channel, you can like the video, comment on it, and subscribe. Ring that bell. Especially, you can check out the news. Rivals Esports Recap. It's not getting pushed out to as many people on YouTube, so I need people to actually seek it out to show YouTube that, hey, people actually do want to watch this, because it's not my usual content, so YouTube's like, how dare you step out of your lane, even though it's the same concept of content. I just want to bring esports to the masses, but they're like, that's not the same. Ugh. Gross, weird. Hopefully you all disagree. Go check it out. Rivals Esports Recap coming out every Monday, except next week's going to be a little late because I'm busy again on a Monday again. But for now, though, I hope you've all enjoyed. Remember to support the channel if you can. Help me get to that 5,000 sub goal, so maybe I can stream some of these Ignite qualifier games if the replays are public. If they aren't public, obviously we'll wait until MRC. But we're going to still do our best. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I have been Tetcher, and I will see you all tomorrow.